Good morning from Santa Cruz, Galapagos. If you haven't seen my first video on the Galapagos Islands, I recommend you do that before you continue on to this one. This is the second day here, first full day, and this morning it's about 7 a.m. We are taking a yacht to another island, and we're gonna do some tours over there. We're gonna walk around and do some other activities over there as well. Haven't researched too much about it. Obviously we know what is in the Galapagos, but I wanted some things to surprise me as well. And as always, if you haven't subscribed yet, I would really appreciate you subscribe to my channel. It means a lot to me. It means that I will continue making these videos for you. So yeah, here we're just waiting for the boat to go to the other island. First impressions about Galapagos. It looks a lot like where I live, at least the landscape has a lot. It's very dry terrain, mostly dry, with some trees, some plants here and there. The difference is the animals that live here, especially near the coastlines. Pretty excited to be here. What else can I say? People are very friendly here. Streets are nice, and we will have about 4 more days over here of activities. The boats that go to the other islands are not allowed to dock at the main pier, so we have to first take a water taxi to get on board. These taxi boats charge 80 cents per trip. After settling in, we were ready for the long trip to Isabela Island, which is about 75 kilometers away. Once in Puerto Villamil, we took a bus to our first stop, which was to learn more about the local turtles.
Number of turtles here in this moment in this video center between babies, juveniles and adults, 704. And number of the turtles that have been born here since 1993, 3,139, okay?
While perhaps controversial for some, the main reason for these centers are to ensure that these turtles are protected and reproducing. I learned that several of them are also on the endangered species list. Needless to say, it's a slow process, if you know what I mean. After the visit, we walked back to town via the so-called boardwalk route, learning more about this area.
Why the name Jerusalem Thorn? Look at the branches, look at the spines on the branches. It's similar with the spine crown of Jesus. For this reason the name Jerusalem Thorn, okay? The main characteristics of this plant lose the little leaf in this form in the dry season.
Very relevant. While it wasn't a very long walk, the heat made it hard at times. Thankfully, I was able to capture a few nice photos along the way. After reaching the beach, I was able to get my first glimpse of the famous marine iguanas. Very cool to see these iguanas on the beach, just waiting to go back into the ocean. All that walking made us hungry, so it was finally time for lunch and a, so to speak, small local beer. Later, we walked to an area close to the pier with the intention to do some snorkeling, but there was some traffic along the way, so we had to wait for a while. Getting into the water was a great way to cool off from the day's heat. While I did expect a little bit more, the water was mostly clear, and in case you weren't following, there was a very specific reason why I wanted to snorkel in this area. Yes, it's a marine iguanas hangout place, and if you want to swim with them up close, this is a very good place to do so. After the swim, me and my new buddy decided to go to the local bar and have a drink. Kidding aside, my dad decided to have a fresh coconut water to relieve from the day's heat. Indiana Jones. They say never to turn your back on these guys. Let's see. They're so lazy. Right now, just waiting for a boat to get back to Santa Cruz Island, and just on the beach, things you can see. Santa Cruz, and we are gonna have a dinner now. We're gonna have dinner now. Hola, buenas noches.
And so our second day was coming to an end. With 3 more days of exploring the Galapagos Islands, I recommend you hit the subscribe and notification button. As always, thanks for watching. See you next time.